Hi, and welcome to Academy. In this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through some of the game concepts that you can create within Loquiz. It's a basic thing, and we are going to look at some of the rules as well. We are not going to create the games from scratch, so I will be opening some of those templates in our template library and very shortly explain, how they achieve what they want to achieve. Okay. First things first, and when I hear people talking about developing games, sometimes I hear them saying that you need to think if the game is outdoor, if the game is indoor, if the game is location specific, if the game can be played anywhere, if the game is more like interactive communication, if the game is more like a puzzle solving. But in reality, in Loquiz, you can combine all those elements. So part of the game can be location specific, part of the game can be, indoor, part of that can be outdoor. So it's up to you how you actually combine those. But in order to keep things simple, and also, when we create those templates, then we kind of need to keep things simple as well. They will fall into some of those categories. So I'll going to be kind of discussing as they are separate things, but in reality you can combine all of those ideas into the single game you create yourself as well. Okay, so let's look at some of the free templates we have, and let's try to make sense of what do we have here. So as a first example, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just open the scavenger hunt game. And the scavenger hunt template is so that you need to go out and you need to find different objects. And even, you don't need to go out actually. You can find some of those objects indoors as well. But the idea here is that you actually go and scan, the stuff that you need to scan. And the objects are like a fruit, the cat, the bicycle, things that are in different places. Maybe a dog, maybe a cat. Some of those things you can find indoor, but some probably you will not find. So you need to go out and walk. So what I could say is that this game is partly indoor, partly outdoor, and it's play anywhere game that you can actually also compete so that one person is in Athens and another person is in Paris. And how has it been achieved? It has no rules about the odometer, so we don't activate anything, just, you're walking 100 meter and something pops out. And it does absolutely have nothing about the location, so no task is location specific as well. So the tasks appear on a kind of playground or the screen, and you can just activate them from there. So the fact that it is it's outdoor and moving game, it's purely coming from the tasks. So to fulfill the tasks, you just need to go out. And that is probably one example that you kind of want to look at if you're thinking about the games. And the cool thing about those templates is that they should be available to you as well if you have a paid package, so you can just utilize those, or you can also go and get some ideas how they are built. Okay. So another game that I would like to showcase is the photo scavenger hunt. And the photo scavenger hunt is basically a game where you need to stage some photos. So in this game we have 20 photos and you need to stage them. So you could actually set up this game so that it can be played anywhere. So you just have a list of photos, you go out, you make those photos, you come back, the photos get graded, and it's a standard photo hunt. But how this photo hunt is built up is that every photo actually has a location on the map. So when you're creating a game based on this photo hunt, it also means that you need to assign the locations to the photos. They only activate when you go to the right location. So, it's a photo hunt, but it's very much location specific. And the location specific is because it has those locations on the map. So you might also do it separately. So you might just, show all locations on the map, and maybe show all tasks on the map, and maybe just say show all tasks in a list. And boom, it's not location specific anymore. You will be presented a list of photos you need to do. You can click on the list and you can go and shoot a photo. Okay, so that's how easy it is to, you know, make a difference if it's a location specific or if it's not location specific. Now there are some other concepts that you can actually deploy, and one of those is of course the tour. So if you're building a tour, the tour is most probably location specific, and this is a sample that what you can do with the tour is a Gem Paris tour, and it's of course set up in Paris, so it has already those locations in that are from the Paris, and it also has a locations actually set in actual world. So you know, this is more like an idea bank in the sense that you can utilize the same kind of approach here in your own tours, but you cannot really like take that tour to anywhere else because, you know, the locations need to be the locations in Paris. It wouldn't work anywhere else. So that is location specific because those, you know, the museums, the statues, all the cool things, they actually are in the Paris only. Okay, and then let's look at one of those games where you actually need to move around as well. So what I kind of would present is this Into Fresh Air, and this is outdoor game, but you can play it anywhere in the world. So if you create those game, you can see that we have some tasks in a game, and they are all puzzle tasks. And there are some locations as well. And those locations are the actual mountains where you need to kind of climb. And you know, Into the Fresh Air is kind of coming from Into the Thin Air about the mountain climbing. So there are the peaks that you need to conquer, but you will conquer those peaks so that you actually walk. So you don't need to climb, you just walk. And when the odometer hits 50 meters, you get the first one. When the odometer hits 125 meters, you get the second one open, and so forth. So, and all those tasks will open. And what is the idea of the game as well is that when the task is open, you need to answer it as quickly as possible. So some of those tasks are really easy in this game, like 10 plus 2 equals 12. However, you will only get the amount of points when you answer it like in a very rapid manner. If it takes time for you to think up the answer, you will already be losing points. And of course, the higher the mountain, the more the points. So you always get, you know, the meters, height in meters. You get the maximum point amount is according to that. So again, like, you know, outdoor game, you definitely need to move around, and it's playable anywhere. Now, you know, it might also be a little bit different setup, and one of those setups is, for example, the running man. And the running man is actually set up so that you need to move as, you know, in the last game. But what will happen is that when you move, then you will collect all the tasks into a list. So what you can do is that you can actually run a circle, then have like a 10 or 20 tasks, and then, you know, do those tasks. As in this Into Fresh Air, you would actually need to walk, answer, and be quite fast about answering. So here you can actually collect the tasks and then answer it together with your teammates if you want to. And there are no locations set in this game either, so you can actually play it anywhere. So, you know, this is the method of building this kind of game. And then if you take one of those hybrid games, like a missing dinner game, for example, then what you will you know, see in this game is that the two things are combined. Now you might need to walk somewhere to activate something, but most importantly also it's kind of, you know, has static rules in the sense that if you are not moving anywhere, the game kind of gives you the questions and stuff as well. But in order to, you know, fulfill some of those tasks, you actually need to move around as well. Okay, so quite complicated rules here. Maybe not important to go through all those rules, but just to give an idea that it utilizes the puzzle logic but it also kind of utilizes the fact that you need to cover some distance. Yeah, so as I said, we have kind of, you know, different kinds of options to build for you. You can use, you know, odometers, you can use locations, you can also use QR codes if you want to build a game indoors and you want it to be location specific. You can build stuff into the game like schematics where the people need to go. If you're really advanced, you can also use iBeacons to activate stuff in location specific way. And you can do that just interconnecting everything. And a really good source of, you know, ideas is just looking at those free templates. They are more intended to be an idea generator for you than just taking a game and playing it. But you can of course take the game and play it as well. However, you know, probably it will work out better for you if you look at those rules and think that, okay, this is how I would do it, and, you know, do it your own way. Thanks.